4 years, probably more than that. And Tay, what you'd say? A host nation would spend what?
Several billion.
Several.
Into the 1.7 to the 2.5 zone.
Right, so about $2.5 billion to put up facilities to host the Olympics. All right, let me say 2.5. Let me go because it's Tokyo and everything expensive. When people are coming to the Olympics, that they will generate close to another $5 billion in extra economic activity over what they would have normal. good, Jaden Gill. Alright. Alright, bye-bye.
You need to stop.
Just check the volume on the thing. Pull up your phone.
One, two. Okay, I will look it up, look it down, smack it all around. Boom, boom.
that you don't have to touch that again. It's all set now. Right, yeah. So you're going between camera 1 and 2 every so often. You just camera 2 is the wide shot. Actually, just leave it on. Because I took off. No, I didn't take off this. I didn't take off the thing on the camera 2. Just now running, hold on. Camera 2. Check camera 2. Alright, let's see. Good to go? Yeah.
Good to go.
Nah, that
That cable. That angle, so what you need, angle stay.
Wide, that's a go. Good. So you drag this now into there when we start talking. It's there now, but then you drag this one when we start talking, and then you go in from here when we start talking about Willam Wallace. All of these stories here. It is going to play right through. Once it pulls here, it plays. Yeah. Whoop. Now you're going to be switching here. Here, you know, so you're mixing it up a little bit. Yeah? You understand? Start on 1. 1 is the close shot. Usually start on the right. Alright? Huh? So if you pull it, no, don't do it like that. You wouldn't have the access to the media control. You don't need to see what you're doing. You just need to switch in here. Everything you're doing will come up here. Alright, hold on.
Just by the way, this TV will be showing in this. I just asked him.
Yeah. What are we doing with the TV again?
Awesome.
Was the it go figure out. We were trying to get the TV to cast to the TV. But it working-ish.
You could get a cast TV if you get any YouTube feed on your phone. It's better to cast from the phone. Yeah, the phone is the best casting, I think. Yeah, usually it's Fire TV. But before you, if you're casting YouTube, pull up YouTube here. Pull up YouTube here. Aye, grab 6-8, drop low. Look, ting, majigga.
Alright.
I know you. You can be nervous, baby.
Alright, ready?
That's part of the adrenaline.
They are ready, that's on. Then you pull this one.
You won't?
Right? Woo! It is now 9:15 Trinidad time. Hey!
I am 26.
You know, really at Trini, we had to explain what's happened. People in the West, technically, they need a visa. What's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
Hi, good boy.
Hey, Renee.
Had a good week.
Thank you. The able assistant, Renee, is in the building. I would have tell you her Instagram handle, but that thing locked down like Fort Knox. Yeah. Anyhow, so what is the scene? So Renee, what you could do is you could put on the one with the logo bug, and we get to go. That's what's going on.
And we about to start?
Yeah, boy, we good.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Jump right in. So what going on?
Welcome. What it is?
Today is the 15th, the 2nd.
2nd of March, 2020. Welcome to Game Plan. We repeat it.
Out of gear bounce, but you know, coronavirus and stuff, which we will get to in a minute.
Yeah. We had to talk about coronavirus. And of course, we you know, as the show evolve, we try and evolve and things go along. So we're going to
Wait. We have two cameras. We have this one.
And that one.
And then we got this one. Renee, did you switch to the camera? You did? Renee is an able-bodied assistant.
And we have
also a best body.
/assistant/
Anyhow, we're going to do stuff. It's probably going to have a lot of mistakes, but you know what? Once you're hearing us and we're good looking enough, Chris a lot redder than me.
Yeah,
but you know, the red mantium is strong up in this building. Alright, so we're jumping right in. What's going on?
Well, let me begin with some news. Now, you know, the odd thing is we had a good carnival. I hope you had a good carnival.
I did
have a good carnival. Renee had a good carnival?
Quite so, sleeping.
Oh, God, she sleep.
I had such a good carnival. You could go and check the Facebook, TT GamePlan Facebook page.
Yeah.
I actually shared a folder with about 400 images.
Photos?
A beautiful Trinidad carnivalistas.
I
Not just woman. I just want to say something. Not just woman. Not just fit body girl. You have thick girl, dark skin girl. You have man. You have red man, white boy, dark skin. It have something for every. And about 10 to 15 bumsy shots that have been getting a lot of traction, Chris. I'm a bumsiologist, and I have certification in that. And listen, it might sound kind of crazy, but it's not easy to take a bumsy shot because, let's face it, bumsy is mainly fat.
Hey, but listen,
so fat jiggles.
I saw some examples of derrieres. I will use the phrase.
Bumsies.
Derrieres.
Boom.
And you know, like up in the States and then I would see like women with these kind of falls, you know, the ones that they buy now. And wow, boy,
plug for Home Depot, all your bathroom sealer, you can get all of that stuff.
Some of the most absolutely natural, best I think I've ever seen. I always trying out. But anyhow.
And you know what too? And I'll pitch this. Trinidad Carnival. It's not just one type of woman. You go Nigeria, you go Africa, you go China, you go Berlin, you go anywhere else in the world, you go Brazil. Brazil have a nice mix too, huh? But Trinidad,
not like Trinidad.
You stand up on the block and you could see Indian, Chinese, Indian half Chinese, black girl, red girl, brown girl, red bone. It have a mix. And it's not just about the beautiful women, but it's also a lot about the beautiful women. But anyhow, yeah. We're here to talk about sport. Yes,
talk about sport. So we're going to start with some news. First up, let me pull my chair. My neck here. Willam Wallace says there's a plan.
So we've confirmed, if you watch last
to pay off
show,
the $50 million debt owed by the TTFA.
The man really named Willam Wallace. We were just kidding. Of course, the man named Willam.
Stunt Wallace, we call it. So
it's actually Willam Wallace. No, let us no get kicks.
I would not. I want to apologize.
Braveheart tonight at 9 on Netflix. No, seriously.
Right. Okay. Go ahead.
Willam Wallace has a huge, probably the biggest task in Trinidad and Tobago sport.
No, now part of that small backstory. Part of that debt, $15 million, is owed to Jack Warner, who himself has a judgment against him. I think the judgment was about 2 weeks ago to pay back. I think it's $12.5 million US. Right, so
he looking for every shilling
All also Jack passing by the main road. If you drop a shilling, boy, let me pick that up. Right? So that's one. That is in itself a curious death because it was incurred by the former president in a kind of just so move, if you want to call it that. Then.
Right, so let's talk about that for 2 seconds.
Hey.
Raymond Timke, former president of the TTFA,
yeah.
committed the TTFA by correspondence to honoring that debt. How was it 15 million? It's not 15 million and 20 and some shillings. No, it's 15 million flat. How is it? What?
Yeah,
you know, where's that? Did
they round it up? Did they round it down? Did they round it off?
But you know what? I do not advise Mr. Wallace to go to court. The TTFA has had a very bad record in court. My God. Yeah. The only thing worse than TTFA record in court is the men's senior team record on the field.
So, what you need in court, Wallace is a kind of Antigua Barbuda.
But $50 million though, 50 million Trinidad and Tobago pesos,
then
that's a lot of money.
You have $5 million owed to former coach.
He say he go and work a deal with them. No. There's another guy who they owe some money to, right?
He owes another $5 million. They owe $3 million to Anton Cornell from INON.
Right.
They owe money to Latapi from INON. They owe money
this
to
woman, this coach, they try to fire the Italian chick.
Coach, the thing. I think they owe money
Morachi.
I can't remember her name.
Morassi,
I think it's Morachi. Who else they owe money to, boy?
Everybody. The Nutsman.
The Nutsman. They owe money to Dennis Lawrence, even though that figure might not be included in this.
Yeah, because of some real nonsense. But anyhow, Mr. Wallace, brother man, I wish you luck. And all of my prayers go with you today.
Then swinging into that, the TTFA has now secured a new kit sponsor, AVEC.
AVEC MOAH.
The AVEC deal is worth
and that MOAH is spelled MUAH. MOAH. AVEC. I didn't know about it before though, Chris.
I
never heard about it. But I went on the website and I'll say this. It's some of the most affordable gear outside of Alibaba. It is good looking gear. I have to say, I actually go and talk to them. Rep 868.
AVEC in
AVEC. AVEC Rep 868.
We could get that.
I think the S9 died.
Yeah. You know what?
We good.
To be quite honest, I think anything at this point, the TTFA is in such a precarious position. I think any type of sponsorship that they can land and any monies that they can get, I think is a good thing. I have no issue with that at all.
Right. So the rumors are, well, I shouldn't say the rumors, the reporting on it is that it's a $25 million contract. The contract is for all age group, full kit. So, and training wear. So, like I said, the kit quality is really nice. What it means that with the affordability, it means that fans like me,
and me,
when you want to go down and watch a match,
they could get one. They could get
Connecticut is coming up on the 27th,
that,
around the corner from my boy Kabir Hussein. Kabir, I know you're going to be watching this, and I know you're going to be watching there. You know, Kabir, I'm going to try and see if I could send you some AVEC MOAH.
On top of which, today I was looking, oddly enough, right? I sent Terry a message because they put the top 10 goals of all time. Fennec. And of course, the number one goal was Maradona versus England.
It's the first thing you ever... anytime you see Terry walk into a room, Maradona. Excuse me.
But the other thing was that in the interview, Maradona actually talks about Fennec. He says, you know, the last person he passed was Fennec, and Fennec tried to grab him and throw him down.
You ever had back surgery for that? And ankle. If you ever met Terry, he walks with a list from that episode.
Terry is very confident, and he has been urging fans to come out.
I want to give them a new chance. I'm giving them a full blank slate for this.
You know what I like? And you can, this is just my view. I think the coach and the players can make a difference. Any coach and player can make a difference in terms of how much support a team gets. I think Terry is making a very much he's trying to communicate with fans directly and say, listen, we need you all to come out. I want you all to come out. I want you all to come out and support the guys. And I think that's good. I think fans will respond to that. And I think if he goes out there and his team plays well, gives it a good effort, win, lose or draw, he will continue to get fans to come out. And so, it's a lot about personalities. And I think in that regard, again, I would have to say, I think TTFA has made a good decision in hiring Terry as a coach, because he has the team at heart, and he just has a different approach from what Dennis had.
Terry also has a swift backhand. So, fellas, if you're really ready to put on that and rep 868, trust me, Terry will solve that problem there.
Quickly. All right, so Cyclists, Nicholas, Ppaul, and Kwesi Browne.
No, my brother.
No, oh, sorry.
Coronavirus, my brother.
Coronavirus has hit sports around the world.
Wait, now, which one you working on? No, not that. That's the one I give you?
Yeah, well, this is the one I send you.
No, my brother. Go in the chat.
All right, sorry.
Go in the chat.
These are some of the technical malfeasance.
Go in the chat. Go in the most recent chat. You'll get the most recent list. Right. So you can pull it from there.
Coronavirus.
Right. COVID-19. One of a suite of manufacturing. Maybe not manufacturing.
I don't think it's manufactured. I think they've
You really think it's some pig hook up with a goat looking saucy and a trini cough on it?
Virus been around for
since,
a while.
Yeah, they've been studying this since the 70s.
Yeah, like all these viruses, they've been around for a while. It's just that it's gotten to be a different level of virus. I was having a conversation with my son prior to coming on the show. He was asking about Daddy with the Olympics. Jaden, happy birthday. He was 14 years old on the 27th.
Wait, what? How old is this child?
14.
My God, yeah, Jaden. Enough respect, my brother.
He asked the question, does or will the Olympics be cancelled because of the coronavirus? And it's an interesting question, because I think about 2 weeks ago, everybody was definitely saying, nah. And then we had the issues this weekend with possible matches. Certainly in the Swiss League, they cancelled matches.
Hold on. An IOC official actually came out and said, if there's anything, we will cancel it. They're going to make a decision in about...
They say about 3 months before
3 months,
before the game. So that gives you April somewhere around.
Honestly, you have to balance it. You don't want to panic.
No.
But you don't want to underreact, and next thing you know, everybody dead, like it's some kind of biblical prophecy or some kind of thing.
Let's begin with the death rate for coronavirus.
Or bounty killer, some people dead.
Somewhere around 3% at max. And most of the people who are dying as a result of coronavirus are either young kids with illnesses and or elderly folks with illnesses. So, so those are the scenarios. So death is not so much the issue. I think it's just the fact that we're going to have plenty of people. Now, there was a cycle race happening in the United Arab Emirates that was stopped because 4 members of a particular team came down with the coronavirus. And so the entire race has been quarantined. The race was stopped before schedule, and as of now, all the members of that race officials and cameras and everybody, they are still stuck in the hotel under quarantine.
In places like Dubai.
But in Dubai, they're in a good hotel. They're in a 5-star.
You can do that.
Yeah. But then you think of if, for me, one of the big issues is think of we having Carifta games, and two kids or 3 kids come down with the coronavirus or
and dead.
No, let's say they don't die.
No, let me say they die.
No, God, don't go so drastic.
No, if that happens, yeah, that could not just look bad. That could be major.
The problem with it though is at a Carifta games they don't have they may not have the resources to do.
No, hold on. Whoops, stop. Let me tell you, last year I went to Cayman Carifta, and the nurses, the doctor, there were 2 doctors on every shift.
Right. There
were nurses, emergency staff. They had this inflatable EMS tent thing that they use in their emergency.
So you think they could...
Let me tell you, if Bermuda is anywhere near prepared, and we talked about it with Donna Rayner last week, let me tell you, they're going to be ready. Well, they're going to be ready.
So I suppose what I'm saying is, I'm hoping that if it happens somewhere close to home, that the authorities or whoever is handling the games or the event or whatever can and does put enough measures in place that they do like what it. So Yeah, we on thin ice. We on thin ice with coronavirus. People, I think it's just one of them things you're gonna have to monitor all the time, boy.
Yeah. You have a cough there?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna sanitize that mic right soon as he leaves, man.
Yeah. So as a result of that, they had football matches cancelled in Italy,
Right.
in Switzerland. Where else? You heard this week that they found a guy in Montserrat.
Yeah, and a cruise ship got quarantined. Cruise ship got turned around like, psst, no, not here.
Yeah.
There are Forbes magazine is reporting that there's going to be a big hit on and maybe an existential threat to China's manufacturing. I'm like, what? Forbes? The only existential threat is to you all selling another copy of Forbes. Seriously, come on.
Yeah. China
No, China ain't going nowhere.
You see how China dealing with it?
China moving dread.
That kind of thing is like
Xi Jinping will be like, what? You cough?
Yeah. They actually have a thing like a lasso. They put it over your head.
That was the worst Chinese accent.
And it is awesome. And then they spray on everything. It really.
No,
is.
listen. We just came from the grocery, and I wiped down Liam's cart before he sit.
Yeah.
Wipe down everything. I make sure he ain't touch nothing. I wipe his hand. I wipe his mouth. We had two wipes for the thing. I ain't playing, man.
Yep. So onward. So cyclist Nico, Ppaul, and Kwesi Browne have now confirmed they are qualified for the Olympics.
Ticket stamp.
Along with Tennille Campbell.
Not sure if it paid for, but it's stamped. No, listen. Unprecedented is the word. We have 3 Trinidad and Tobago cyclists in the Olympic Games. Listen, that is something serious.
Yeah.
Chris, I mean,
I want to say congratulations to all of them. At one point, I think Kwesi's qualification was a little bit. He was
like maybe December, Chris.
Yeah, he was.
He do his work, man. He didn't even go.
Well, in the end, what happened was he qualified as a result of his previous. He did enough work in the early part of the qualification process, and others who were trying to qualify were trying to do their work in the very last part of the qualification process. So it
didn't work that way.
In essence, Kwesi.
Yeah, it is.
All right, there it is. Reps it. Kwesi did his job.
Now all the graphics coming
up. No, don't worry. He'll think. Yeah, they came up and he's done.
He's talked way more than me.
Yeah,
that's why I put that camera 2 on him.
Yeah, on me. And Nico, I don't think there was ever a doubt. I think there was never a doubt with Nico qualifying. So
no, there was never a doubt. And what we have to establish here is this: no matter what the uncertainty is that would have been reported due to the untimely departure of head coach Erin Hartwell. The guys knew what they were about to do, right? And in my opinion, the qualifying the team sprint, I just don't think we had enough. I think we had enough with the top 3 cyclists, but I don't think we had enough depth, and there wasn't enough wiggle room. When you compare the other programs that we're going up against, we need more pieces there. But I think the timing and the sequencing and the uncertainty, which one of the cyclists who was on that team sprint, just saying, Philip, he spoke with one of our colleagues in media, one of our friends as well, Andre. Yeah.
The fearless one.
Right. So he was on Andre on Saturday night. We can post some links to that in the show notes here. The man talk it plain though. He talk it plain. He may not have made a convincing argument for everyone, but what I heard from him is somebody who felt hard done by.
Hard done by what?
Hard done by. We have different opinions. Do we talk about it here, Or we're talking about it in the Erin segment. So let's cut straight to the Erin
The
segment.
fact that Erin Hartwell is now coaching with China.
Right. I reached out to Erin. On
Get back.
screen, there's a comment from him there. Let me see if I can read it from the post here.
All right. What did he say? Anything other than contact my lawyer for further details?
So I asked him, I said, whoa, hey, Erin, we're doing a show later and we'd like a comment from you about your gig with China. Dennis, apologies, but I am unable to comment on any work matters at this time. I will let you know when this changes. So I responded, fair enough. Is there anything you wish to say about Nico and Kwesi qualifying for Tokyo? And his quote is, which would be on the on-screen graphic, I'm super proud of them for qualifying for the Olympics. It's an incredible achievement for an athlete. They've earned the right to represent Team TTO. Right? Subsequent to that, today, I sent him another message. This is after I heard the interview with Jacine and Andre.
So you sent him the
So
interview?
I said, are you sure you don't want to make a comment? And then I posted the links to both parts of the interview. And his statement was, Dennis, statements will be forthcoming at the appropriate time. Thanks, Erin. And I said, okay. And I mean, I do understand that there is possible litigation that could come at any point from any angle. And I'm going to leave it at that. But you know what? Absence.
I mean, makes the heart grow fonder.
No.
That's what they say.
Right? Silence is consent. So if somebody makes a statement and you do not refute that statement, the court of public opinion means that you are saying, okay, that's what's happening. Right? So unless Erin...
The man is in China.
Erin, my brother,
Right now,
you're on my phone right now. I'm seeing him last seen today at 2:51 p.m. Erin, you have to speak. And you don't have to speak to me. A lot of what came out in Jacine's interview, he and I had spoken the morning after
You and Erin or you and Jacine?
Jacine and I, we had spoken. A lot of what came out there was a conversation that he and I had in private, and certainly he has more to say. Keep right here. We discussing the potential of putting together all of it in a mini documentary. I'm going to go. No, it's not about going soft. You know what it is? We can have opinions.
Right, so
but the facts
you
are based on what happened there and then with those two men
right.
and those
So this is
people
my
in the
opinion.
program.
In the interview with Errol Batiste, Andre Errol Batiste, my boy, the fearless one, who I thought didn't go fearless in that interview.
He went soft.
I think he went soft. And Andre, I want you to be fearless, because when you're fearless, that is when you're at your best. At least that is my opinion. I just saying that is my opinion.
You know, he went fanboy, you know. He went a little fanboy.
But hold up. In the interview, Jacine says Erin failed. He states that categorically. He
Right.
said Erin Hartwell failed in
Break that down for me. What was Erin supposed to do? In Jacine's version of events, Jacine said that Erin came into the program.
Is not facts. So
But this is where we are.
So end that conversation there. Let me continue to speak. End that, Erin. Sorry to say, Jacine's version of what he is thinking is not facts. It's not even close to being facts. So that's the first part. The second part about it is.
So what do you dispute? Do you dispute how it happened? All right, you go ahead.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
First up, the person who was caught with whatever substance it is.
He admitted to it, so we can discuss that.
He didn't admit to the substance.
Yes, he did, because we know what the substance
Well,
is,
we
and
know
he said that. So yeah.
He is responsible for the team at Pan Am's not getting the medals. Nobody else. Right? He then, after the conversation or before the conversation, whatever, with you, the time, had already quit the team. This was December.
Right, and that had happened the Monday before that conversation.
He quit the team in December, citing that, in his opinion, that the team wasn't going to make it, and he didn't think they could make it, and whatever, right? So he decided to abandon his teammates or abandon the project at that point for whatever reason. No, he's entitled to do that. That's his opinion. He is full within his right. But don't turn around and then say that Erin abandoned the team. Which is
No, he never said that. You know what he said?
That statement.
He said Erin abandoned them boys.
and that is not true. You know when Erin left the scene? When the TTCF made a decision prior to the UCI World Cup in Canada to not send the team sprint. If you remember well, Erin came on the newspaper and the television and made a statement that he is going with whatever team there is. He's going to go through with whatever, and there was a very slim mathematical chance, and he was all gung-ho.
Yes, I do recall.
A week later, there was a decision made by the TTCF saying, we are not sending a team sprint. That was a decision. It came out in the papers. 2 days after that, we heard Erin is going on some kind
Going to China. Going to China. That was that song?
Looking for China.
Erin was looking for China.
Right? So he did not abandon the guys. And that is not an accurate statement.
All right, fair enough.
Right? On top of which, I think it is sad in a way that Justine is now making it out that in a sense he's a victim. No. Yes, I've seen it. And listen, I think there are lots of things that Justine pointed out in his interview that hold water. The process by which the Ministry of Sports/Sports Company gives funding to athletes, even if I don't agree with the actual policy, but this is what they have.
This is their policy.
This is their policy, and they can't even carry out their policy in a timely and proper and accurate manner. That is absurd. That is just utter nonsense. You can't be telling people, well, we're going to pay $100 to come third in a race or whatever it is, right? I just use an example. And then when that happens, they don't get their money for 2 years later or 3 years later or whatever it is. There's always a delay. They never have the money. And on top of which was pointed out to me this week in a meeting, the only people really getting paid from sport is employees of the Ministry of Sport and Sport Company. And they're not doing their job.
I will say this, though.
So
we didn't invent this thing yesterday.
No, we didn't.
Right? But 2020 is an elections year.
And you know what? I don't even think, and sad to say too, I think the other aspect of all of this whole scenario is, prior to the issue happening at Pan Am's, it was known. The federation, the former president of the federation, had actually wanted to test the riders for use of narcotics.
Any substances, right?
He was blocked by the executive and the management and coach of the team. In the end, everybody has to take a share of the blame for that.
Right.
Because if things had gone and done properly, we probably wouldn't be here. We probably wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be talking about it. You know what? We might have had the problem solved. Everybody.
You don't understand something, though, Chris. I am in another life. I am also a cannabis advocate, right?
I didn't say
so I'm saying that there are a lot of reasons why someone would smoke cannabis.
I have no doubt.
There's a lot of demonization of just saying Philip as this doper, wake and bake, and quite frankly, I think that is an unfair
I'm not demonizing him
characterization.
for that. I agree, though. People have demonized him for that, but I'm not demonizing him for that, and I don't think he is not supposed to or should or shouldn't do it.
And listening to his conversation with Andre, I posted it under the thing in a comment. Justine continues to prove himself to be one of the more intelligent athletes to ever wear Trinidad and Tobago uniform. I am straight up serious about that. Justine, emotional intelligence as well as his actual intelligence. He spoke clearly. He is part of the architect of the part responsibility for being the architect of this plan that got us really close.
I have no doubt about that, but he's also part of the reason that we didn't get that close.
I also respect that there are other issues that will come out in a TT game plan video. Keep watching that.
Yeah, I suppose.
All right, so we can look for that. We can look for that. We can look for that. All right, what else we got, Chris? What else we got pumping today?
Woo! Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder. I went to YouTube. A friend of mine, Richard Lion Dog Cavallo, sent me the whole video.
Right.
And I went and looked at it. I didn't think Deontay Wilder could be beaten so easily.
Right.
So
Tyson Fury didn't look like a...
He never does.
Fit guy. I'm trying to be kind here, right?
He had a muffin top.
he had a bit of a lot of things going on there. But you know what he had? He had that smack, dab, aim,
Yeah,
boy.
boy.
He hit that boy there like, bam!
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, Deontay lost
never-
a lot of respect there. He lost a reputation. I don't think people will take him seriously now. People will look at him as if he is reachable. It kind of reminded me. I don't think it's fair to compare
him with
Tyson in his prime, but he looks now
boy,
like Tyson after Buster.
Yeah, I think that comparison is just. I think he was feared because I think he had such a powerful and wicked right hand. You know, when it hit you, you're gone. But the one person
apparently, Tyson Fury also has one of those.
But apparently,
they've been given out.
Apparently, when he gets hit, I think it just shows.
Remember Leslie Stewart had one of those too.
Glass jaw?
Yeah, I think they sell them like Ppaul. If you're old enough to watch this show, you're old enough to know about Ppaul.
Yeah, boy, Leslie Stewart.
$9.95 a yard.
You know that back in the day, Leslie Stewart was beating Michael Moore in a fight.
Yeah.
Beating him soundly. And then he decided he going and gal have hand. He going and gallery. And he do something. If you see him drift so well, he check out. And Michael Moore hit him one punch. That was it, yes? Knees buckle. He pulled up. Leslie Stewart couldn't get back up. He twisted. Oh, God, Leslie. If you're looking at the show, I hope you're out there.
You ever try to whine on one of them girl with a backpack in a frontline section and then all of a sudden you see the cloud of death come over you and this huge 6'9" fella move you out the band? That's what happened to Deontay Wilder.
I don't know if Deontay could come back.
No, I don't think he should. Listen, CTE is a serious thing. I think that Virgin got his clock
he got
punched
clean.
out.
He got well
yeah,
and
anything
proper
from
clean.
here, I don't know.
I agree. I don't know.
But another big dark-skinned guy faced
yeah.
off with another big dark-skinned guy who
boy.
you don't want to get hit from.
What you thought about it? Give me your, as the basketball aficionado.
LeBron James versus Zion Williamson. LeBron is I mean, a lot of people are talking about whether is he passing or the torch. LeBron ain't got nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. That man got some game left. I think he have at least another 5 years at this level. Zion Williamson, he came in and blew his knee out immediately. He had to get surgery. So right away, you're seeing him playing with a serious problem with his gait. You also see that he favors landing on his good leg. He is a bit stiff. And he's still playing like he played. Hey Chris, let me tell you, I've not seen
a rookie.
Larry Johnson when he got blown out, Grant Hill when he blew his ankle, Dominic Williams, even Michael Jordan when he got that surgery. There are a lot of athletes that we know never really came back from surgery. And let me tell you, Zion has a lot of basketball left in him, and a lot of it is going to be big, unstoppable, and above the rim.
Well, I like...
He came out with a 44-inch vertical, right? So think about that, Chris.
I know.
That's a lot of... What we in the game call it crutch feel, because you will get the crutch feel. You understand? You're gonna be wiping crutch off of your chin.
Basketball players will be like in court. Well, Your Honor, I was about to go to the room, and then I felt two testicles hitting me in the back of my head. I consider that assault.
Somebody is in that court is gonna be asking, what were you wearing at the time? Because let me tell you, boy, listen. I would love to see.
You know what I like about him?
He's a good player.
You know what I like about him? He came out in that game against LeBron without fear. He played like, okay, you know what, LeBron?
Sweat, let go.
Let me go. And LeBron, being LeBron, say, I like this. Let me show you what I am. I am the number one basketballer in the world.
And he showed it.
Yeah,
Zion has a way to get to there.
And you know what? A lot of people, I don't know because he was with so many teams. People don't give LeBron the props he should. But
not in today's NBA.
But I like LeBron because I think he's more than a basketball player. He's a leader of a team. And that's fine until you switch on your ESPN to watch basketball. We want to be a basketballer on the court when we're watching TV. And let me tell you, both these men showed up.
And both of these men put on a show. You know, the only thing that I have a problem with today's NBA, though, where's the defense? What's going on with that? You know who's not getting a lot of...
It's just a phase they're going through. Like a toddler phase. They'll get defensive in a few years.
Lonzo Ball is a really good player, man.
Yeah.
That man can pass that ball. He's fast. His passing IQ is really high. And he has a really good connection with almost all of the players on the team, but especially Zion. And I think we have a lot to expect from that team. Yeah. Nola, Pelicans. I'm not sure if I'll be a Pelicans fan.
Yeah. I don't like the name.
I
don't like
Nola.
Pelicans.
Let me do it, man.
Nola Pelicans, please.
West Indies. Why we always have to talk about cricket in this show, boy? Because we as fans. Cricket is big.
You don't like cricket. Listen, they went down to Sri Lanka. They played a couple.
You know what I had a problem with?
And
we playing here. This is still Trinidad, right? Still Trinidad and Tobago. And why is mainstream media in Trinidad and Tobago publishing images of Sri Lanka when West Indies playing? West Indies playing, whether they get chrome, whether they get abused, whether they get the crutch field, you put photos and you put highlights of that West Indies team taking the cut.
I couldn't see the game live, which was distressing to me first to begin with. And then, I suppose it was tough. I think, Kyron was just saying that he thought the team played poorly, and they did. And I think we haven't had a captain come out and say, we play crap.
I think Kyron Pollard's leadership is still fairly new as well. And I think they have a lot to go still. It's new management, new people, new persons at every level. So what I'm expecting is there are going to be a lot of unpredictable results. But if a man stand up and take it square on his chin, we didn't play well. I'm all respect for that.
He's being too critical. I asking you. You
know what could happen is this. Maybe it could rub the wrong man the wrong way. Because if he feel...
Get off the TV.
Yeah, I think you need to send Terry. Send Terry up in there. Kyron, call Terry. We'll send you the number after this show.
Get out of that team. If you touch to your little sensitive, get off the team.
Yeah. What's that fella, that English player who... I'm saying, you hurt my feelings by calling me questioning my sexuality.
Managers in English football have decided that they're going to go with policies such as no shaking hands in training sessions.
Mourinho back in the Premiers, right?
Yes.
He don't shake your hand anyway. He'll be like, I do not like you.
I do not like you.
It's okay. Your team is not good and you are the player for this.
And all of this,
even though he could speak perfect English, he still uses that heavy accent.
Yeah, because he's the special one.
Yeah.
You think that's gonna make a difference, right?
Corona is. I think a lot of Western media.
Up together
that is video when men bounce and foot bounce like. You know what? It's paranoia until you're dead. Maybe it was not paranoia after all.
I know we shouldn't be laughing about it.
No, we could laugh because this is the show we's going to laugh about everything. Nothing is off limits on this show. Certainly not coronavirus. But I'll say this: you can't take enough precaution, but you could also be a little bit paranoid and unreasonable. And I think we're starting to see the edges of paranoia and unreasonableness creep into the solutions, and panic is not a solution.
The customs and what
right?
you're gonna do.
People sharing memes with Chinese players. One of the table tennis had a Pan Am qualifier tournament in Puerto Rico, and a Puerto Rican player won the female draw, and the American who came, I think, third or second, and the Canadian who came third, both Asian. And people were sharing memes with, the Puerto Rican player in a face mask on the podium. And I'm like, oh, God, that is the most tasteless thing I've ever seen.
This was all Photoshopped.
Photoshopped. And
it
was good Photoshop though. It looked real. I was like, what? And then I had to dig up in it.
Ryan Chung went in that tournament?
No. Ryan is that's our next story, and I don't want to get into too much of that. But Ryan is a pro in France, and she had
Right,
during the
she
same
did not
period of
qualify,
time.
yeah,
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 so
yeah.
not that tournament is a different tournament.
Okay.
So Puerto Rican player won the female draw, and a Brazilian guy won the men's draw, and
They'll be going to the
the
Queens.
meme people lost were the real losers.
Yeah, that's sad. I might get a little coronavirus rub nose there. We have an Olympic champion from China, Song Yang, faces an coronavirus 8-year ban from competition. Now, it's an interesting case because his first offense was a very minor drug. He got 3 months.
There are no such things.
All right, I agree.
Yeah,
There are no such
because
I agree.
there are no such things. No, the category of drug is not recreational. The category of drug is
I agree.
I
agree.
masking agent.
I'm asking it.
Yeah, so I
agree.
There are no such thing as a
His second offense was missing his whereabouts.
yeah. Now we talked about that on many shows.
And he is now banned for
Yips.
yeah. So I want you all to understand.
It's 2 Olympic cycles, my brother.
Yeah, so he career done.
Not just done.
The only swimming he doing is with sharks.
Yeah.
Done.
There are a lot of reasons to doubt his position. He tried to defend himself by saying that the testers weren't properly identified. The testers didn't have a nurse certificate to draw blood. Now, all of these things are real legit concerns, but seriously? You already draw the blood and then you mash up the file? If you are so concerned, Chris, right, that I cannot draw blood,
I wouldn't let you.
you will let me draw the blood and then mash it up? Nah, my brother.
But here's the other thing too.
Son Yang?
Hold
No.
up, there's another aspect to this for viewers out there because we like to inform you. So the way it went was that he was initially banned. He went to FINA, which is the organization, this World Swimming Organization. And he appealed to them, and they lifted his sanction. And CAS, or say...
CAS, yeah. Say, hold on, what?
WADA,
Huh?
sorry. WADA
Yeah,
say,
WADA went to CAS with this.
WADA
And
said-
won.
And say, nah.
FINA is looking really bad on this, Chris.
They say no. And what this tells you, as we are segueing into the Michelle Leahy, is, listen, when WADA makes a decision to, for whatever reason, after long and meritorious investigation into the circumstances, ban an athlete, the chances of them losing that case at CAS is slim to none.
And Slim just left town. Yeah. All right, so
And
now FINA basically cleared this guy, right? FINA has their own internal politics. I'm not going to get into that, but what really the message being sent here is this: the people above the federations, they're watching what the federations are doing, right? So, we have 2 Trinidad and Tobago athletes right now who have cases pending at CAS.
right, so that's, one is Justin and one is Michelle Leahy.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about Michelle in a little while, or are we going to talk about it? Yeah, we're talking about it now. So let's talk about Michelle. Michelle, as you know, we talked about it. Top Trinidad and Tobago female sprinter. Was banned for the same situation or whereabouts failure, right? So
You want to get him a little background?
I want to get him no background. We could put a tag in the show, or you could go and look at the show. We talk about these things already.
You missed 3 tests.
Right, yeah. So what's going to happen is they're going to appeal at CAS. And it's going to be led by the TTOC.
Well, and here's an interesting thing. I mean, I didn't ask these questions, but I would like to know if that funding is actually coming from the TTOC. An appeal is not necessarily a highly expensive thing, but it's obviously not an inexpensive thing. And by that, one of the lawyers who I spoke to said, give or take anywhere from 15 to 20,000 US. And he's talking about things like airfares, hotel,
right.
Filing fees.
And the TTOC, to their credit and benefit, has very, very competent legal counsel. Senior counsel is, I believe, an executive member or their legal counsel and retainer. And I don't know about the financial arrangements, but I'm pretty sure it's a brethren hookup thing. Eldon Prescott, senior counsel, I think his name is. And certainly he has proven his worth. When you think about the Thema Williams case,
Right.
TTOC name never calling none, right? So obviously there is merit, and I will give Jack the jacket. The man good,
Right.
the man bright.
Right.
I don't know how successful it would be. I think it could be. You just have to go through the process and support your athlete. But let's find out. Personally, I don't think it is going to hold any water. Based on what I saw in the judgment, in the decision from the last appeal, I just don't see where the wiggle room is.
I agree with you.
Yeah, my law degree, we'll put up a little tag here, is from Bush Law Degree Online.com. Right? So
Mine too. I get mine in some Bush.
Yeah, you have a Bush Law degree too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bush Law degree in the
So we have a Bush Law degree.
Yeah, I looked at it. I agree with you. I think in both cases, I don't think there is. The Justin case is different because I don't think there's an issue. I don't think WADA is going to ban him. I honestly don't think WADA is going to sanction him at all. I honestly, that's my honest opinion.
No, I agree
can't
with you
see it.
there. I'm not sure about if the results will be
The
reversed,
results will not be reversed.
but
that I'm absolutely.
I don't think he's going to be sanctioned.
I don't think he's going to be sanctioned at all. I think he's going to be just given a slap on the wrist, told don't do that again, and that's going to be the end of that story. Michelle Leah, he is going to be like us, watching the Olympics on a big screen TV.
Unfortunately, that's how I feel about that.
Yeah.
I mean, Michelle is a really exciting athlete to watch. She puts her heart and soul into her work and her training. On competition day, she usually try to be self-contained. You don't see a lot of comments from her. You don't see her in the media a lot. But when you hear that gun go off, Michelle Lee shows up full 100.
Right.
Enough respect for that.
Yes.
Right? So, yeah, you know what I mean? Saw her recently on her Instagram. She got a new tattoo. Yeah, very well decorated young woman right there.
Last but not least.
Not last, but we could talk about it. I have a little thing for you in the end.
All right.
Surprise! But anyhow, that's what we used to do here.
With anything, Daddy. The TTO women's under-20 football team are in the second round.
That is a surprise.
Despite being beaten by Haiti 7-0.
Besides be getting chromed.
No, one
If
of
you
the
ever played table tennis back in the day,
Yeah,
7-0 is
it's
chrome.
chrome.
Get off. Next.
Next. What happened though is they played not a full team. They played, I believe, 7 or 8 reserves in that match.
Right.
There were people in the press and some commentators criticized them for not having their best team, but they had a schedule where they were based on their winning the first 2 matches. They would have been playing 4 matches in the space of 9 days.
What is the you saw the game? You saw any of the highlights? Listen, they have this former Bishop's girl in goal. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Clee something.
But
We'll find that out for
She saved a
you.
massive penalty today.
You see the girl though?
She's told.
Chris, she makes us look like Smurfs. Listen, we like minions next to this young woman, and she obviously has some presence and not a short amount of skill there either. So that pun.
My personal view was
That's why I'm on the show.
My personal view was, look, if I was the coach of that team, I would have done the exact same thing. I was gonna play my.
So the sandbag it for that tough match there, and you don't need a win anymore. You could move forward anyhow.
Yeah,
but,
and you might have played your best team and still ended up in the same match against Puerto Rico 2 days later. So why not
Doesn't matter.
save it?
Save some legs.
And in the end, the Puerto Rico match went to extra time. They had Trinidad scored a goal and then had a goal scored upon them in the extra period. So it wasn't a match that didn't require legs. It required every ounce of energy for them.
Yeah.
And then it went to penalty shootout. And obviously, in the penalty shootout, what always happens is nerves come to the to the fore, and basically the team that's less tired or less physically battered is the one that sort of pulls it out of the bag. And you know what? We scraped it by, but we pulled it out of the bag, and now we on to the next round. So I think I would have done that. I would have done exactly the same thing. I can't say I would have done a different plan.
All right. So, yeah, and shout out to the Trinidad and Tobago young
Under 20
warrior princesses.
Warrior princesses.
Right.
As
So,
get tired
enough
of
respect to the young women.
the
You're
different-
repping that 868 worldwide. So, we have two little lanyards here.
Good.
All right. First, we want to talk about track and field. Tyra Gitton. She's a multi-sport athlete. She won the SEC championship indoor
congratulations.
pentathlon with a new national record, new personal best, and she also set a new personal best in the high jump, 187, which is about the
5 inches.
height of,
5 inches taller than me.
which is
5
about
centimeters higher than I.
about the height of a brand new $100 bill away from the national women's high jump record. So something's going to happen with this young woman this
The
year.
national high jump record is what,
193. So she's 187 right now. So very soon she's going to be over that 193. I don't want to be it because last year she also was going really well, and then she got a little injury there. She
But we
got
wanna
rehab.
say-
She got some
we wanna say
surgery.
Congratulations to Miss Gittins.
Tyra is working really hard. Some other standouts.
Lisa Wickham.
Aaron Lewis
Right.
is the MEAC Mid-Eastern Atlantic Conference. He's the new 60-meter hurdle champion, and he's well on his way. Not a new PB, I think. Who else was there? Akani Hislop was in 2 finals in SEC championships, 60 meters and 200 meters. He set
So all
some
this
new
is all
indoor
all
PBs.
the
Indoor.
Indoor meet.
Who else was on there too? Jacob St. Clair was in the 400. He didn't appear in the final, but Dwight St. Hilaire did. Tobago athletes definitely doing really well.
Always impressed.
Sharice Murray.
Our TD is from Tobago, so big up
Yeah,
Tobago.
big up the Tobagonian technical director up in the corner there.
Mariah.
Yeah, and Sharice Murray, who is from Toko,
Yeah.
she came third in the shot put.
Good.
Also in the SEC championship.
So
So
a
we
lot
did
of-
really well.
a lot of good.
There are some other championships that are coming up, and we have other athletes out there. We have maybe about 2-3 dozen athletes out there. I've been keeping in touch, but any of the athletes out there, anybody and the mommies, daddies watching the show, coaches, certainly you have the information. Just send it to us. We share everything. Another person that we've been watching in another sport,
What is that?
tall chick from South.
Who's that, boy?
Who's that boy? Tennille.
Oh, yeah.
Tennille. All right, so Tennille, her first race, she came third. Right?
Yeah, that was in Valencia.
In Valencia.
Dominican
And what happened this
Valencia.
weekend?
This weekend she had 2 races. Umloop, or it's
Yeah.
pronounced Umloop Nehuisbad, which is in Belgium. And then she had Umloop van Hagelen, which is the one race. had a lot-
Classics.
Nieuwsbad is a classic. You would want to say Heglan, or I think it's pronounced Heglan or whatever. Would be a semi-classic. The distances would be approximately the same. Generally, it's about 140k. She finished 5th in the second race. Now, I want to say I think it's an awesome ride. Now, she's struggling with races that might have a lot of hills and it will take her a while to get into that groove. But the mere fact that she can be in a European bunch, which it's hard for, I think it's very difficult for non-cycle people to understand, but she's riding with some of the best women in the world.
The best women. There aren't any better women.
They aren't.
There aren't any better women in the world of road racing. These races that Tennille is in, the competition, those are the gold standard.
I think after that, her team is not a UCI Pro Tour team. Her team is a continental team, which means it's like second division.
Like,
It's
right. So
one-
like a League 2.
Yeah. So it's one step down. So she's battling with that team, they are putting her in position. They must be working overtime to do that.
Really working hard.
And then she's delivering a sprint that's putting her in the top 10 twice.
Right.
And
what she said is basically she just missed a few things, you know,
and
timing of it.
That's to be expected.
The last time we knew that she had to drag race for almost a full kilometer on her own and pick her way through the pack. This time, I'm not sure exactly what it is. I still haven't seen.
I haven't seen the video.
I haven't seen the video, right? So, but Tennille, we want to just say, you know, all my paws are raising here. I know this 4K camera might pick it up or not. But I will say though, you know, it is really amazing to see a Trini that we know out there pulling that.
Congratulations.
You know, don't be beating up yourself at the end of these races if you don't win.
Yeah,
but you know,
I want to say if you do see the thing, persistence.
Yeah,
they've always said talent and hard work and that, but the number one key to success is the ability to persist.
Right.
And she is definitely showing that at this time. I think continue to persist and you will succeed.
And I'll say this though, you know, I mean, I don't want to drag the flag for any other country, but there are other very, very successful cyclists from our zone, Kopaki, Panam, who are trying the same thing that you are trying, and they don't be on no podium.
Yeah,
they're not close to the podium. You dig? Nobody leading them out, and we have riders in this from there in Astana, top teams. So Tennille, young woman, full applause. And make sure you walk with your medicated wipes. Don't let nobody cough on you. Hey, let me tell you, man. So that's basically it. We want to just say,
yeah. Want to say before
we are on a drive for 5. We want to drive towards 5,000 followers on Instagram and Facebook. We just crossed 3,000 likes on the Facebook page. So I want to send a sincere thank you to all our fans, all our supporters, all our friends. Even though only about a third of the thing is from less than a third of the followers are actual friends of mine. Just saying that. My friends, all 4,200 of them, only 800 and something is following me. So what does that tell you? Chris, this thing is fans.
Yeah.
It's fans. This is for you guys. That's why we're here.
Yeah. I want to say, because, you know, people sometimes take things the wrong way. No matter what we say here, it ain't personal.
Non-personal.
Never. We have an opinion. It ain't personal.
And if you know what? If you have a problem, we will put the number up there. You send me a voice note. I will do up a graphic. We will do a video and we will put it. So let me say this, right? So all of the viewers on the live, we didn't get a chance. We're still working on a few things. We want to say thank you very much. We have a few things. Friday morning, we're on Synergy.
Yes.
Yeah. Friday morning from about what? 7:30, 8 o'clock?
Around
approximately 7:30 Trinidad and Tobago time. We're on Synergy. That does live stream. What's the name of that show again? What's the name of that show again? I think it's Daybreak or something like that. I can't remember. But anyhow, it's on Synergy Friday morning. We'll be on the show. Breaking Dawn. We'll be talking on Breaking Dawn with Stefan, and we'll be talking about this project, some of the things that we really want to be excited about worldwide. So thanks again, and we out. Yeah.
Have a good night. All right. You send him an email, just by the way.
Not yet.
Please send him an email.
Yeah. Thank you, Renee. Oh God. You don't know how hot the lights is until you sit down underneath them for an hour. Okay. How do it go? It went well? You should sit together. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. Who's winning? Woo! Thank you, Lord. I had to go fucking chat too much tonight. Parents, again I will tell you. and trust me when I tell you. No, you know what happened? Set that train of events for him. He will just literally fall into that mold, and every time, whatever time it is you set it for him, he will boop like
time our kids get so thing